Good evening, everybody. It's Patrick Vogelpool, your instructor. Once again, I'm back with an explainer on our second essay. Due the 27th at noon. Please, a PDF or a docx or a .doc. No Google Docs, please. I don't want an invitation or anything and then have to click on a link or any of that. 4 pages typed and double-spaced. Also include a works-cited page, so it's 4 pages plus a works cited. That's not included. You're going to explain how one essay on immigration in chapter 24 of our textbook, Current Issues and Enduring Questions, is actually persuasive. To do so, you have to please reveal how the essay successfully uses 3 concepts related to critical thinking or persuasion explained in any of our previous assignments this semester. The book, our first lectures, yourlogicalfallacyis.com, anything. All you do is you show me how a persuasive essay uses different elements to actually persuade its reader. That's it. That's it. Start with a thoughtful introduction. Set proverbial stage. And I would consider summarizing the essay you will examine from chapter 24 first in the introduction. Or maybe do it right after the thesis, but get it out of the way. Excuse me. Give us a thesis that reveals exactly what you'll prove, and give us a body that supports your thesis with clear, well-managed evidence. Then you conclude strong. So how do we do this? Okay, so how do we determine if something is persuasive? Well, let's look at all the concepts we've examined so far. So from chapter 5, the authors discussed developing a trustworthy persona. That is, the authors of our book, Current Issues and Enduring Questions, discuss how authors can develop a trustworthy persona. Does the author clearly understand his or her audience? Again, this is something brought up by the authors and editors of Current Issues. Does the author use the elements from a traditional Toolman argument effectively? You can find that on page 344 in Current Issues. Does the author offer inductive or deductive reasoning that rings true? Look to chapter 9 from the Current Issues and Enduring Questions. Does the author effectively use a logical fallacy? So you read it, and you know that it is incorrect, you know that it is flawed logic, but it is somehow persuasive still. You can find that in the book or on the website. And again, look through the rest of the chapters. I think you've read 5, 8, 9, along with 24. Look at all those techniques. Let me stress this. You do not need to know how every specific technique or tool that we've read about so far works. You do not need that. That's not the goal at all. The goal is you can show me how you understand how a couple of these bigger concepts work. Okay? And again, don't worry about whether or not I agree with you, whether or not I agree with your thesis. Be more concerned with how you develop your essay. Okay, do you do it well? Show me passages of excellent deductive reasoning, if that's what your author uses to develop her point or his point. Show that to me. Pull it from the text. Give me evidence. Quote it. If you need to put the quote in context before offering it, do so. If you need to analyze the quote after offering the quote, do so. The more evidence from the book you have that is clear and concrete and supports your claims soundly, the better your essay will be. Following's pretty basic. Grading scale, pretty basic. Here's our homework for Monday. So you're going to find 3 logical fallacies in social media. Look to tweets, Facebook, Tumblr, Vine, YouTube, Instagram. Find a piece of writing or someone talking and reveal how it is built on a fallacy. They're all over. They are all over. Just look for a 16-year-old commenting on a social issue, and you'll see it. Okay. And any combination of these options could work, and there are others. After you find these fallacies, you want to email them to me along with an explanation of how what you see is a fallacy. So you can't just send me the work and say, tu quoque. No, explain how it's tu quoque. You can't just send me a meme and write ad hominem. No, explain how it's ad hominem. That's all. I'm looking at maybe 1 or 2 pages of writing double-spaced at most, and send it to me by noon on February 16, next Monday. Next week we're going to have conferences via phone or Skype or FaceTime. So I'll get you a schedule out later this week for that. Some notes on how to get started. The other thing I want to talk about is avoid unforced errors. Avoid any type of mistakes that if you just thought carefully a bit longer, you wouldn't have made. So make sure you understand the essay you're actually summarizing. Make sure the summary is accurate. And I'll be sending you a video about summaries next couple days. Make sure that your thesis is clear, and make sure that the body does nothing except support that thesis. If there's a sentence that somehow doesn't directly or indirectly support the thesis, get rid of it. Make sure your MLA is looking good. Have your name, my name, the course number, the date in the right place. Format the pages correctly. Indent your paragraphs. Don't give away points. That's just crazy. And edit your sentences for clarity. The big problems were wordiness, word choice, and comma usage. So bone up on those, and you should be fine. But again, before we get out of here, let me reiterate this again. Make sure your evidence is clear. If you see a fallacy, prove it. Show me in the text. If you see a writer using ethos effectively, show me. Show me in the text. If you see a writer using pathos effectively, show me. If you see them using a fallacy, if you see them developing a reasonable tone, show me. As long as you can prove your thesis clearly, I'm probably going to be happy with your essay at a very basic level. Okay? That's it, folks. Let me know if you need anything. Have a good evening. Bye.